What's up, y'all? I'm Nick Lamar, and you're listening to Parkside Radio. On today's episode, we are breaking down my song Untitled from my new project, Parkside. This was one of my favorites. I guess I say that about every song, but it's one of my favorite songs that I had the pleasure of working on. I wrote this song, and I produced this song, and I remember when I was sitting and I was trying to figure out what to come up with, and I was like, let me tap into, like some neighborhood feels, like when I was staying back home in Laurel Hills, it was this tree, and it used to have these leaves, trees have leaves, and the leaves were like fall off of them so pretty, like in the wind, like, and so that doom, doom, boom, 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 doom, doom, that part right there, I really channeled that visual when I put that part in, and then the little doom, 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 doom. That's supposed to mimic like a lighthouse. So like, when you're out on a boat and you like fishing and stuff like that, and you feel like you're lost, you know what I mean? And you just see this light coming from somewhere, and it's supposed to bring you in. You know what I mean? And that's what that sound is. Let's take a listen to it when you get a chance. But I remember, I don't want to spoil it too much because I have a special guest that's going to be joining us later on in the episode by phone. But I remember when I was tapping in and writing some of the words like I'll roll you, I'll lick you, I'll spark you. And so I use, because I like to smoke weed. I know some of my listeners do too, and if you don't, that's okay too. But I really wanted to take the opportunity to be metaphoric and like switch up how I was talking about, like going after somebody, because that's what the song is about. And I kind of wanted to give it, is it double entendre? Is that the word? Y'all Google it for me. But I kind of wanted to use that as a way to, pull people in. I want to go up with you, but if you want me to. It's just talking, it seems like it's talking about smoking, but it's not, It's, we'll get into it a little later. But it definitely was one of my favorites to write and to vocal arrange, especially when you get to the end, the swim good. Essentially, I was inspired to write this song. One of my other frat brother in New Orleans, I used to go out there all the time and visit and just, spend a week or two and just, reset my mind. And one of the times I was there, him and his homegirl, they used to be like, yeah, we going swimming. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all going swimming? What's a swimming? And so they broke it down to me. He said, we work at this summer camp, and we can't say smoking around the kids, so we going swimming. And so I was like, wow, that's special. I ain't never heard nothing like that. So I was like, let me see if I can incorporate this idea of swimming as smoking into the end of the song, because the end of the song does have like this bittersweetness to it. It's almost like sad, but that swim good, baby, swim good, swim good. That part right there is just supposed to really hit you. It's supposed to be really reflective and really like, because when you smoke, you get reflective. You start thinking about a whole bunch of different things. And in this particular moment in the song, when the song changed and Hippie comes in on the guitar, that part on the end, it really switches it and it starts to be a reflective song. And then the chorus, doom 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 doom. That's the lighthouse pulling you back, so you don't get too far into your feelings. If you go into a dark feeling or a sad or a depressed feeling, those little synth key parts at the end are supposed to pull you back in with the yes, come on back. It's okay to land. It's okay to feel how you're feeling, but just come back to us, But before I spoil any more of the song, I have a special guest joining us by phone. His name is Marvin White. Thanks for joining us today, Marvin. How you
Yes,
doing?
yes. I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
And we are happy to have you. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so so tell the people a little bit about yourself, Marvin.
So, I'm Marvin White, singer, songwriter, actor, also vegan chef. You
All
know what I'm
right.
saying? Currently living in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my cooking thing, still doing my music thing. Just put out a single in May, hoping to release a project by the end of the year. Yeah, that's me.
That's you. I like the new single, Bedroom Eyes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like
Bedroom
that one.
Eyes.
I like that one. I like that one. Yes.
Well, thank
We
you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's a
oh
real life story. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I know we've been working a lot in the past. We're frat brothers. We've been knowing each other now for like 10 years, 10, 11
Mhm.
years now. And we've been singing together and performing together and arranging together. So
Yeah.
I remember the day we started working on this song, I said to myself, I was like, I gotta make something. But I was like, I can't do it by myself. I was like, let me call him. Let me ask Marvin, to help me out with this. So tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about that interaction and how this song kind of started for you and for us.
Yeah, I remember that day like specifically because it's kind of like how we always do. We just usually just vibe. It was like a regular day. I came over to the house. You was like, you had this song, you had this beat, just like play it for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you just played the record and melodies just came. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of organically, and then like the song was born. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, yes.
it was organic, kind of how it always is. You know what I'm saying? I remember like hearing that do 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 do, and just hearing it, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then just more came, and then the chorus, and it was one of those. It was honestly one of those beats that was so good that it evoked inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gold for a writer, for a singer. You know what I'm saying? Where you hear a beat and it inspires you and it makes you want to write, or you automatically hear a melody, you automatically hear a chorus, and that was definitely what that beat was. Like it was dope.
Right. It was simple too at the time, but I definitely
Mhm.
remember we was writing and you was like, "Don't rush it, baby, take your time." I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh." I was like, "That's
Yeah.
gold." I was like, we got to keep that, Marvin."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
It
one of
was
mine.
fun. Like it was fun. I think we worked on like another song that day too. Like we was just in a good space that day for writing music. You know.
Yeah, I think we was working on Aura, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having a visions I don't
Yeah.
know. Don't rush, just take your time. Oh yes, the people ain't ready to hear that one yet.
Yeah.
Oh yes, 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 yes. But yeah, I think I have a great time when I create with you because we're just so open with ideas and we're just able to bounce them back and forth. Even if they seem funny or trivial or corny, we still vocalize and we bounce them back and forth until we come up with a finished product. And so I was really excited with this particular song to work with you because I was like, I know it's gonna come together if I can get
Yeah.
Marvin on the track.
And to piggyback off that, I already said this to you. I like working with you because you push me to like go harder. You push me like sing out, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm trying to come up with parts and be like, just sing it out, just record it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right,
you,
right, right, right.
you definitely push me to be like to trust myself as a writer and to just go for it and like just go with the vibe and just trust your ear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Well, I appreciate that. Amen.
Yeah, for sure. Amen. Ain't he
Um,
good?
what you said?
I said, ain't he good?
Yeah, he good. um, but this song was just so it came so organically and it just was so good that we couldn't even come up with a title for it.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
how the name became Untitled because we was like, what we gonna call this?
yeah. And
We
I
couldn't
think
decide it.
like it don't need a title. Like it feel however the listener feels. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. I talked about that a little bit earlier in the show. Like, especially towards the end when I got to the vocal part, that's really a
Mhm.
part where you like thinking in your mind. Because when you smoke, you get elevated and it kind of elevates the experience. And so, like, if you think whatever you're
Mhm.
feeling or thinking at the time, it's going to be elevated. But those
Yes, sir.
sounds and those background vocals are there to like bring you back to the light so you don't get lost.
Definitely. I definitely
Mm-hmm.
feel that. Yeah. It's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it has an old school feel. Like just like the chorus, I wanna go out with you. Like I think of like some '90s R&B. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
to me, '90s R&B is like the era I grew up in, the era that I love. So anything that's nostalgic of that, it's just gonna make me feel good. And so that's why I fuck with it for sure.
I think that's what everybody loves a good 90s.
Yes, doc, for sure.
Well, I want to
Yes.
thank you for calling in today, Marvin.
Yeah, I'm thank you for having me. I'm honored. Like, come on, I'm happy to be a part of the project. I'm happy that I'm on it. I got my credit. Thank God
Oh my goodness!
for God.
Before we get on up out of here, tell the people where they can follow you.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Starvin Marvin, but the S in Starvin is the number 5. So it's number 5, TarvinMarvin. And you can also follow my food page, and that's Chef Starvin Marvin. Spelled the same way as my other IG, just Chef Starvin Marvin. Yeah, follow me. I got music coming, music on there. The link is there. Support. If you want some plant-based goodness, hit me up. I don't care if you're in California. We ship.
You based in Atlanta, correct?
I'm in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. Yes, sir.
All right, then, Marvin. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate your hard work and your writing skills.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you for being a muse, for being, a good example, and for being such a hard worker and so dedicated to your craft, and for bringing your friends in, you know what I'm saying, and making it a whole cohesive musical space energy. Like, you're appreciated, brother.
All right, thank you. And before we get out of here, Marvin has also been singing on my last 2 projects. If you listen closely on Remedy, on Situations, and some other songs, you can hear his vocals in that. He's been around since the beginning, folks. So tune in.
I want to thank my special guest for joining me today. Really had a lot of fun making this song, and it's very, 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 very special to me. Be sure you follow me at Nick Lamar, NickLamarr. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're at home on YouTube, so you don't miss any of this good content. You don't want to miss the episodes that are to come, because they are going to be great. So until next time, guys, I'm Nick Lamar.